Okay, hi everybody, I'm back. I've just loaded part 1 up onto my computer, and I'm back for part 2, and I've got to rush because I've got to just, while it was loading up I had my shower because I've got to head off to work. I'm not going to touch these stickles because they might still be wet. It's so hot here they may have dried. I've got the glue gun on, and here is this one. Remember we were working on this one here, but I don't have time to finish that. So I did this one. This is one I did before, as they say. It's all ready to go on. See, it's quite neat at the back, and that's what you want. It's been tied off, as they say. And now I'm just going to, hopefully this is going to be hot enough. Let's decide where I want it. Push it down there. Yeah, out there. I'm going to put a nice big dollop of glue, and now I'm going to hold that, and then the excess glue comes out. Just scrub it off with your fingernail. Not hard enough to ruin your destroy your paper or anything. Okay, so that's that one. I hope I'm in frame. I'm having a look here. I think I'm in frame. Yes, I am. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to turn it over, hopefully without rubbing off those stickles. I've decided where I want what I want for my wings. I was going to put pink ones on because these are the last 2 I've got. Now I want it to come up there. So line it up with your actual wing so that the centre of the feather, you know, the hard part, is going to go along there. And I like to actually do the tip of mine first so that I know where I'm going. I don't want any of those other ones to stick to it, of course. So I'm going to put some glue on there. I'm going to put this here, and then I've lined it up already, and I'm going to put it on there. And I hope I am. Yep, I checked the front, that's where I want it to be. Now I'm just going to do the bottom of it. A bit of glue here, and I'm just going to put that along here. Oh, I'm almost out of frame, sorry. This is the first time I've ever done the camera at this angle. I'm in the dining room. Okay, so there's my first feather. Oh, I've just rubbed this. Oh, I haven't rubbed the stickles off. Stickles are a bit lower down, and now I'm going to put my second feather on. Make sure you get the feathers both of them the right way, so you know the curve is the right way and everything, and that you haven't got one longer than the other. So I'm going to take that. This one's a bit more curved, this feather, so I've just got to make allowances for that, because these are the last 2 I've got of this colour. And these were sent to me by Caroline Wellington in England, and I have just loved using them, and I'm so sad that they've run out. Now I'm just going to take this here, and I'm going to line this along here and put that down there. So it has got a curve in it, this one, but it's a natural curve, and I've just managed to straighten it out because I've brought it down to there. So they're both meeting, but you know that's not very tidy. Let's have a look here. So get that out of the way. They're both there. It doesn't look all that great, does it? So you don't want to make it look awful like that. So you're just going to get your glue gun. You're going to pick out an embellishment, and I've got all these to choose from. And I've chosen that little heart. I often choose that heart to do the back of these because it's just so glorious. It's iridescent. It's got a lovely texture on it. I'm just going to make sure that that heart is pointing down towards the buttons, and I'm going to hold on to it, and that has tidied up the back of my feather. Isn't that pretty? And I've got the point of the heart going in line with this, because you don't want to put it skew with and have the point of the heart, you know, shooting out that way or somewhere. But that's just neatened it up, so when the person turns around they've got a nice neat back. Right. Get those out of the stickles there. Okay, so we're almost finished our fairy. Now, well, it's about, I have got some stickles on my fingers because so I'll have to reapply the stickles in the appropriate places. Okay, so there's your fairy wings on that. I'll just zoom out again a bit. I don't know what that bit there is, something stuck on the stickles. Oh. Okay. So I will reapply those stickles. We've got the time. Now that I've already had my shower while my thing was loading up. Whoa. So if you do rub your stickles off, you know, I only put mine on at that time because I was waiting for the glue gun to heat up. But they're easy enough applied again. And they just give that side's pretty well done. They do give a pretty look to it. I might put some down here as well. Yeah, you could put any colour you want. You could put pink, but I think the pink would be a bit garish on this. Now I did do, I had another one I did last week for a swap, and I put lace across here and it was all dangly and pretty, and I just, you know, I haven't got time, just don't have the time to do that. But if you're going to put the lace on it, you know, put the lace on before you put the button on. So you can put whatever lace you want. You might want a frilly dress that comes down to, you know, like this, behind the button, behind the tail. So, you know, any embellishment like that, put on first, and then put your button on top of it when it's all glued down and it's all nice and firmly stuck. So there's the button fairy. I'm just going to actually put, if you wanted to, I haven't got my actual little blingy bits here. Oh, I've got a little blingy bit there. That's quite pretty actually. Just a little tiny piece I've just spotted, and I might stick that on. Just needs a tiny little bit. I haven't got a fine nosed, you know, hot gun. I've never seen them here in the area that I live. So I've got this, you know, it's very hard to do the fine pieces without getting glue everywhere, and very, very hard. So I usually have a pair of fine tweezers that I can pull the glue off, the excess glue, so I'll do that. I won't muck around with my finger because that will just make it worse. So there is a bit of excess glue there. I'll pull that off with my fine tweezers, and I've just popped that little bit of just that little bit of purpley pink bling in. You know, you could choose any kind of bling you wanted to. I could put some more stickles around the top here on her hat, just to make her hat look pretty, around the edges, around the curls. Just to give her a special look. With her pretty feathered wings. Might put some more on the feathers up here, on the board ones. Last time when I did one for the swap, I also put pink stickles on the wings, but I did have pink wings, and the stickles look quite pretty. Just dabbed them around. The stickles were the feathers were bigger than this because it was a bigger one all over. So you know, you just put your stickles where you think they're going to look nice. That's the joy of stickles. You can just put them anywhere you want and they look nice, and if you don't like them you can rub them off and have stickles all over your finger. I've gone to work before now with glitter all over my fingers and all over my hair, and people have gone, why have you got glitter in your hair, Doris? You know, when you're crafting, that happens. I'm sure the patients enjoy it. Okay, so there you go. I've stickled it all up. Let's see, I think that's pretty close. I don't think you can get much closer than that. I've stickled it all up. I've put a little bit of purpley pink gem bling up the top there. I've put my marabou feathers. I've got my tail there. I've got my blue bit down here. I've got my stickles on. And really, as I say, that's, if you just want to do something like that, that's great. I'll let the stickles dry off. If you want to put the lace on, you put the lace on, as I said, before you put the buttons on. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. Now look, sorry. Now look, what kind of language is that? I was going to put this on. I was going to put it on the back, stick it on the back there so that it came through on the front. I'm not sure, I still might do that. But anyway, any of your embellishments, your pretty bits you want to do, you just, you know, you stick on before you put your button on. So, and don't put any actual heavy, thick embellishments in the place where you're going to put your button. Otherwise you'll be in trouble. So I haven't got any other ones to show you because they all went off in swaps. But there you go. I'll be finishing this other one here, and when I have, I'll do a little video and show you. I'll do that one much fancier. But the principle, whether you do it fancy, whether you do it plain, the principle is the same. You start at the bottom, put your charms on first. If you're not putting charms on, then put your small button on first, and up you go. The first one I ever did, I started at the top and I went down. Then I couldn't put any charms on. Well, I probably could have, but it would have been, I would have had a big blobby bit at the bottom where the wire had wound round. So anyway, that's my first tutorial out of the way. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear some feedback. You know, I was just thinking I could put this bow in her hair if I wanted to. No, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I probably won't, but I could, because she's already got a blingy piece, but I could if I wanted to. I could put like a bow like that in the hair. Isn't that pretty? You know, you can play around, you can dress them up as much as you want. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to finish my coffee over here. I'm going to have a quick bite of lunch, and then I'm going to get into my uniform. I'll see you later. Bye for now.